and welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I'm going to put together my second Stamp Your Story project using the Connect Story stamp from Ali Edwards. Today's layout is really simple. It's going to be a 3x8 layout in a divided page protector. So two 3x4 elements. I first have a photo that I took of a flat lay where I included a bunch of our different electronic devices. So I've got an iPad, I've got the kids' tablets, I have our Nintendo Switch, and I have a cell phone, just to represent all of the different things that we use on a daily basis in our family that has us connected to screens. My plan for this one, or what this story is going to be about, is disconnecting from all of this in order to connect better to each other. So I have gone ahead and written out my journaling on a 3x4 card. This is printed on plain white cardstock. And what I'm going to do is stamp a title onto the card here, just keeping it nice and simple. And I'm also going to stamp an embellishment to add on to my photo here. So like I said, just really simple layout for today. In fact, I'm going to try to not speed you up and just do this real time, because this isn't going to take me hardly any time at all. So first, let's go ahead and get the stamping portions done. I'm going to grab my foam mat, and then we will take care of stamping out these sentiments. So first and foremost, let's do the journaling card. For this one, I wanted to do this heart right here, which is kind of a distressed looking heart, and I actually need my stamp block. So let me go grab my stamp block and an extra piece of white paper, and then we'll come back and work on this. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to use this really small circle stamp block. This one I got from scrapbook.com. It's like a tiny circle. I think it's 1.5 inches maybe, but I love it. I love using the smaller stamp blocks when I'm working with my smaller stamps, because I feel like it helps me get a more even impression when I'm stamping down. Okay, so I'm using my Ali Edwards Redwoods ink to add this into the middle as best I can of my journaling card here. Yeah, that looks good. I chose red because there's a little bit of red. It's brighter, but that's okay. A little bit of red here on the Nintendo Switch, and I felt like that could help to tie together this piece with that. I guess I could have pulled out a lighter blue or purple, but whatever. We're going with red because that's what I had here on hand. All right, so then next I want to use my archival black here, and we're going to add a title. Will this fit on here? Oh, you totally will. Awesome. We're going to add a title that will go across the heart, and it just says more of this, because my journaling talks about disconnecting from social media and from from our electronics to connect with each other. And the more of this relates to that. Like, I want to do more of this. Okay. So I put that across the middle of the heart there, and then that is going to be that. So I'm just going to leave the rest of it as is. And then the other thing I want to do is create an embellishment with this heart. The heart says disconnect in order to connect, which was the jumping off point for this whole layout. So I'm going to stick that here on a bigger block, ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it. We're going to stamp it onto the white scrap piece of paper here in order to make this into an embellishment. Just like that. Very good. Okay, and then I can put my ink away. I don't need that anymore. And we'll turn this into a chipboard. So to make my own chipboard pieces, which is something I like to do often when I'm working with digital products, but it's also something that can easily be done with stamps as well, where you can stamp a shape, or you can stamp one of these like boxed in type of words and make it into your own DIY chipboard. What I will do is take this. So now I have stamped out my title there. I'm gonna grab some just spare paper out of my garbage so I can add adhesive to the back of this without just in case it's not all the way dry. So then what I'm going to do is add adhesive over the entire shape. Okay, and then, yeah, see, it did ghost a little bit on there, so I'm glad I did that. Then I'm going to take a piece of chipboard, and this, you can oftentimes get some of this in your orders, like when you order scrapbook paper or something of that nature, they'll often send a piece of chipboard in there to keep everything straight and prevent it from bending. I will keep that sheet of chipboard in order to use it for things like this. Then I'm using my Tim Holtz scissors, or is it Tim Holtz? They are Tim Holtz, the tonic scissors, to cut it out again. And I do like to add my adhesive to the back of my sentiment, or whatever it is I'm turning into chipboard, before I fussy cut the piece out, because it allows everything to look a lot better and to get that even cut around the outside without having a ton of the actual chipboard showing through, if that makes sense. I prefer using my Tim Holtz scissors or my tonic scissors when working with this type of medium because they cut really smoothly through chipboard without a lot of force. Like I don't have to force them to cut through, you know, like I would other scissors. Okay, so we're almost there. I'm keeping a little bit of a white border around the outside just because I like the look of that. And there we go. So that's going to give me my chipboard piece that I'm just going to add into the middle of my photo. I just wanted it to have a tiny bit of dimension so that it could pop up a little bit. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is drawing. I might draw a box around this so it is not so floaty. I feel like my text is just kind of floating out there in the middle of nowhere. So we'll do that. It's a very like inky quill thing to do. She always draws lines on her stuff. And then just gonna put this right in the middle. Okay, so let's try that. The only thing is I like straight lines. So I'm going to use a ruler to draw a straight line. All right, so we're gonna go here. Okay. And then we'll go down. They might not be like super straight in terms of it, like they might be crooked, but the line is straight. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, and back up. All right, there we go. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay, so we've got our line drawn. So this is just going to go in a 3x8 divided page protector, just like this. And that's really it. That's all I'm going to do for this layout. Last Monday, or this past Monday, I did a really complicated story with the stamp. So something that took a lot more effort in order to do the story. So today I wanted to show you something that you could do really, really quickly and simply by just stamping a couple different sentiments and calling it done. All right, so let me go ahead and read you my journaling for this one. I said, over the years, our family has become more and more addicted to our screens, myself included. Erin and I have talked about encouraging our family to disconnect more often from our electronics and doing more together as a family. I recently set new restrictions on my phone that makes me unable to use social media on my off days. That way, the temptation isn't even there. I've also been plugging my phone in far away from the bed, which means I'm now reading real books a ton more this year and loving it. I've started having Jonah help me cook lunches, and we even went for a walk outside last week. Erin and I set our phones aside each Wednesday and play games together, and we've made it a goal to have planned activities with the kids after school. I'm reminded more and more how disconnecting from our phones and tablets really does create more opportunity for connection. So that is that. You know, the other thing I might want to do real quick is just stamp the date on here. Which today is the very end of January. So I think today is like the 29th, right? 33, yeah, 29. Okay. So I'm going to stamp it right down in the white spot there. That way I've got a date for when I completed this layout, and then I can put it into my album. All right, friends, well, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing a really simple layout come together today. And I hope you feel inspired to tell stories about connecting and disconnecting and what that means for you in your life right now. On Friday this week, you're going to see another Friday with Friends episode come out. So hopefully you will catch that one. It's a really good episode. You're really going to like it. And then next week, I will not have any new process videos coming out, only the final Friday with Friends episode on Friday. And then we'll get geared up for what's to come in March. Now, next month, I am going to be using the kindness story stamp for my Stamp Your Story projects. And then we're also crushing the Begin story kit and the Listen story kit. So those are the, those are the 6 videos that you're going to see coming out in March. The Begin story kit crush, the Listen story kit crush, and then Kindness Stamp Your Story videos. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you. All right, friends. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you later on this week. Until then, have a great one, and I'll catch you guys here on Friday. Bye, friends.